Hey guys, Libra Starseed here with a reading I was called to do concerning the energies around the upcoming Mercury retrograde for all signs. So I figured I would pull a couple cards. Oh. Page of Cups just slid right on out. Pardon my voice, it is quite late in the day and it's been a busy one. Dear Spirit, please protect the energy around this reading from anything that is not of your abundant love, light, and protection. Focusing on the collective right now and the energies around the upcoming Mercury retrograde. What can the collective expect? My goodness. In life, money, career, finances, interpersonal relationships, you know, we all know the usual things to look out for. Generically, don't sign contracts, you know, look out for glitches in traveling and electronics, etc. But I figured I would do a reading to find out more specifically what the collective, that is all signs, can expect in their lives in general during the upcoming, not yet arrived, Mercury retrograde. Spirit, please give me 2 more cards. Thank you, Spirit. Oh, thank you, Spirit. Oh, goodness. Okay. Let me make sure you can see that. So, I'm going to start with these 4 cards as far as what you guys can do. I'm sorry, what you guys can expect from the next Mercury retrograde. The first thing that I'm getting off of the Page of Cups here is, I don't know if apprehension is the word, but I feel a very rigid feeling off of this reverse Page of Cups card. As far as the energy that's going to be surrounding you guys, I don't know who this is for right now. Could be one of you, could be several of you. During the next Mercury retrograde, I feel fairly uncomfortable right now. So I don't know if, you know, the energies that come around are going to cause some sort of highly uncomfortable situation. And I feel it to be a person-to-person situation. That's what I'm feeling off of that reverse Page of Cups, that somewhere during the next Mercury retrograde, you're going to end up in some sort of situation, not necessarily a conflict. I don't feel fighting. I don't see or hear fighting, but more so a cold tension between you and someone. And yes, we all know that Mercury retrograde can affect so many things, if not all of the things to do with communication. So, and don't worry, I'm going to pull some additional cards down here for advice from Spirit on what you can do about this that is coming towards you in the next little bit over a week. So the Page of Wands, I heard the word lost when I looked at it immediately. I'm not sure if this cold tension between you and whoever this person is, I don't know if it's connected. I don't know who this is for, but I'm getting a feeling of being lost. Usually the Page of Wands gives me a feeling of looking reflectively at something positive, but that's not what I'm feeling here. It's more of a feeling lost, alone, abandoned, maybe. So I'm not sure if this cold tension between you and someone around you, and I feel it to be someone that is much more than an acquaintance, not necessarily a romantic situation. Could be a friendship, could be a coworker, you know, something like that. Just apply it how it resonates to you or with you. This Page of Wands has me feeling very lost, not directionless, but it's more of a abandonment kind of a lost. The reverse 10 of Pentacles gives me an immediate feeling. Oof, I really felt that one. You guys, obviously you can do whatever you want to do. You have free will, but I would suggest, per the feeling I just got off of this reverse 10 of Pentacles, to watch your fucking finances during this next Mercury retrograde, please, if, you know, you so choose. Because this is going to be a time where it'll be so easy to accidentally overspend. It'll be so easy to slide off of maybe the way you usually handle money. Maybe you're really good at saving it. So that says to me the polar opposite you're going to be susceptible to during this time. So that's something to be mindful of. Just falling away, I just heard. I just feel like a lot of you out there in the collective are going to be at a fair risk of money just falling away from you. So do proceed into this next period of energy with caution as far as your coins are concerned, because they're just sliding down for me. These pentacles are just sliding down. Obviously, oh God, where am I? Oh, here we are. Haha, sorry. They're just sliding down very, very easily. So that's making me feel like, you know, say it's something like you have a grocery budget and you don't typically stray from that, but you would be at risk of maybe, throwing a couple extra items or clothing items if you're in a clothing store shopping into the cart that are well outside of your budget, but you just go for it anyway. This is not the time to do that. So just be very wary of your finances during the next retrograde period. The reverse Queen of Wands gives me another very cold feeling. Give me a second. I'm focused on the woman's face right now, and I just noticed that she has a white cat. But for me, that says there may be someone different from this person, completely different energy than the person that I was picking up on around you from this reverse Page of Cups. What I'm getting off of this reverse Queen of Wands is someone around you who does not necessarily have the best intent for you, doesn't really have your best interests in mind, but they're not necessarily an enemy. So I guess that would make them a frenemy. A frenemy who actually has someone that is either below them or that they see as below them. That is kind of their mole, kind of like the little mole that snivels around, bobs and weaves in and out of different conversations, and then reports back to whoever this, and I feel it to be a feminine energy, whoever this feminine energy is. I can't say whether or not the the little cat, the person that this cat represents for me, I can't say if this is a masculine or feminine energy, but it is, what I get off of it is willful servant. So this is someone who enjoys being in this position with this frenemy, feminine energy, and collecting information of some kind to deliver back to her. That's really specific. So I don't know who that is for, but there you go. That is ultra specific. Unless this is for several of you. If that's the case, yeah, stay woke. Watch out for the people that are around you. Not all of them are friends. And this particular person is really, really efficient at appearing to be a friend. Okay? So, let's see here. What, Spirit, can the collective do about these particular energies that are coming towards them during the next Mercury retrograde period? Let's see. Spirit, what can the collective do about these energies and situations and blockages that may be heading toward them? Thank you, Spirit. During the next Mercury retrograde. Oh, that's interesting so far. Hang on a second. Page of Swords upright and the Strength card reversed. And I really hope you guys can see all of this well. And sorry about that. Okay, let's get the other two cards that I asked the dear universe for. I just saw the Hangman card in reverse. I'm pretty sure we'll get to why that caught my attention in just a second. Dear Spirit, can I have 2 more cards for the collective as far as what they can do about the energies, the blockages, and situations? Thank you, Spirit. Oh my goodness. Coming toward them in the next couple of weeks during the retrograde period. Oh, well, thank you, Spirit. 2 cards exactly. Okay, so... Well, I just felt a breath of fresh air off of this page of Page of Swords card, and I'm connecting that to each different card, as far as what you can do about it, how you avoid blockages, etc. So this cold tension person, I just felt a very refreshing, breeze of air when I looked at this card. You're not going to have to fight, I just heard. Even though this dashing young lad is holding a sword on the Page of Swords card, you are not going to have to fight. I don't feel like that's physical fighting, but that is definitely verbal. I don't feel like the situation is going to tilt in a direction that is going to make you feel the need for it to come to words, if that makes sense. Take it how it resonates. I feel like, excuse me, this isn't an energy that's going to, fill up the entire Mercury retrograde for you. You know what I mean? I feel this situation, for whoever this is for, happening at the very beginning of retrograde. 4 to 5 days, I just saw and heard. So whatever the situation is for you, it's not going to be something that's just going to last as long as the energies are swirling around all crazy, but that's just something for you to know. So maybe this will bring you to points where you want to say something, where you're frustrated, where you are sick of the passive-aggressive energy between you and this person. And in those moments, you're really going to want to say something, which I feel like that's not quite in character for you, maybe. Whoever that applies to. I don't pick up on you to be the type to... you don't shy away from conflict, but you definitely don't put energy into starting any, basically. And yeah, it's basically that kind of energy I'm getting from you in regards to whatever the situation is for you. And you're going to be so glad that it did not escalate. I just got. And I think that's what the breath of fresh air was in the beginning when I first laid eyes on this card for you, for this particular situation, whoever this applies to. Yeah, I think that's all I'm getting off of that one. So as far as this feeling lost and abandoned, more abandoned than lost, actually. Wow, I feel like this feeling of abandonment has been going on for quite some time for you, well before the period of time that I'm reading for. And you are exhausted of this feeling of abandonment. You're looking for someone, I just heard. I don't know who that applies to. And this is something that you've been kind of stuck in for a bit. Prior to landing in, excuse me, whatever this lost place is for you, you were fairly carefree, just as a person. Like, that was your personality, carefree, and you ended up in something, going through something. Oh God, I just feel kind of a despair, kind of a depression a little bit. The more I focus on the Page of Wands, and when I go down to the Strength card in reverse, you are just so tired of this feeling of being stuck in such a state. And I feel like this can potentially become its heaviest during the next Mercury retrograde. So I just heard, hold on. Let me get another card. for this, because that's just, even to me, that just feels so hopeless. That's what I'm getting off of these two cards combined together. It just feels so hopeless in quite an overwhelming way. I just had to take a deep breath there for myself because of what I'm picking up off of these two cards connected together. Spirit, can you clarify a little bit more for this particular situation? Thank you, Spirit. What can the collective, or whoever this applies to, what can they do about it? I got the Two of Wands on that question, dear Spirit. Childlike, I just heard. Reevaluate how you look at the world, I just heard. Reevaluate how you look at the world. Okay, now that makes a little bit of sense. So, it's possible that... Hang on, let me just go forward before I explain this. Hold on, lots of messages are flying at me right now. So this additional card, this Two of Wands, tells me that this next retrograde is going to, or needs to, become a positive reflection period for you. Maybe it's a time where you don't have to work as much. Maybe you're off from your job. Maybe you're taking vacation time coming up. This is a really, really good time. And let me go back to this reevaluate how you look at the world that I just got off of this boy in the card looking at this globe. So what I'm feeling for you, as far as what the universe thinks you can, or says, is suggesting. Sorry, it's late in the day and I'm kind of fried, but here we go. That's what the advice is from Spirit. Starting with reevaluating how you look at the world, and that, what that says to me is there's a slight possibility that this feeling of being stuck in the woe and abandonment that it is you feel, some of it could possibly be self-imposed, self-inflicted, but unintentionally. Maybe it's easy for you to, have one thing go wrong in your day and then you just kind of spiral down from there. I feel like that's what it is. And I think that the upcoming energy, as crazy as this time period usually can be, for whoever this is for, this could be a time of, I just heard, great strength, because when you work on yourself, you are literally building yourself up and thereby gaining strength in your personal power. And in order to even start making your way out of this stuck, I just see your feet stuck in mud. Your feet are just stuck in mud in the middle of a swamp, the most undesirable place you could possibly be. And I feel like that's the energy around you. But coming up here in the next week or two, I feel like you're going to get some relief in doing this reflecting, whatever that means to you. You're going to find relief. You're going to, I just heard, untrick your mind. God, that's another really specific one. You're going to be able to untrick your mind because, yes, you've come through something that initially got you to this feeling of lost and abandonment, but what I'm hearing and feeling is that it was how you view the world, and combined with how you were maybe emotionally affected from whatever the situation was, when they combine together, it's the thing that kept you in this stuck place, if that makes any sense at all. But you have an opportunity to sit with yourself in a positive way, I just heard. And there's a great many ways that people go about doing that. Something as simple as meditation or reading a book in a quiet room, playing music. If you play instruments, that could mean a lot of different things. So take it how it applies to you, if this message is for you right now. And I just feel like spending a little bit more time on this because I just, my emotions, which is probably yours that I'm picking up on, there is still a smidgen of hope. And that's the part of yourself that you need to tap, just you know, spark it up a little bit to, hang on. I keep getting reevaluate over and over. So that is a really big part of this for whoever this applies to. It's almost repeating itself for me in a nagging kind of a way. So is this something that you possibly have been maybe feeling like you need to do and putting it off a little bit? Because Spirit is shouting about this one. I think that you, whoever this is for, are going to be able to come out of Mercury retrograde feeling refreshed, surprisingly. And how wonderful that would be for you, because the energy that I just connected to was just such a hopeless and so very painfully hopeless energy. So obviously you have free will, but if this is making any kind of sense to you, just something to think about. Whew, okay. So let's get to this column about the 10 Pentacles sliding out of your pants pocket through a hole in your pants pocket, unbeknownst to you. Watch your finances, because, okay, this is some serious advice from Spirit. The world for me in this scenario, pertaining to being vigilant about not overspending. Don't, tiptoe outside of your budgets on your spending during this time, because if you do, so basically the way I'm picking this up is if you exercise your free will and you spend how you see fit, which is perfectly well within your right to do. But what Spirit is showing me with the World card, my focus immediately, goes to these dry, brittle branches. Even though this plant on the card seems to be doing fine-ish. Actually, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if they, oh my goodness, my direction today, I'm so sorry. I'm not sure if they are thriving now that I look at it again. Hang on. Okay, yes, I had that right the first time. So if you should fall into overspending or, ignoring your budget, splurging, I think that's the word I was looking for. The deficit, as far as your savings, whatever money you have stashed away, however, you manage your finances around your life, it's going to take a minute to recover from. So that's kind of advice slash a really, I'm going to say it's a harsh warning because of how I'm picking it up from Spirit. So it just means to me that the initial message here of watch your spending is doubled down, if not tripled down, by just this World card, and what I'm getting from it. Yeah, I'm picking up another energy, because the clouds in this picture are blowing in the direction of this dry, brittle desert plant. I feel this is a desert for me. Yeah, if you end up falling into willy-nilly spending during this time period, it's going to take a minute for you to recover from. It's going to take, I just heard 4 weeks. That's a month to recover financially from whatever happens if you were to, not be vigilant about your finances during the next retrograde. So that is really all I'm getting from these two cards. As far as that, storyline is concerned. So this frenemy, reverse Queen of Wands, and her little assistant. I got the King of Cups as far as what you, the collective, whoever this applies to, can do about this situation, this person, this energy. Someone to help you, I just heard. Well, there's a new person in this scenario, because this is not you. I don't feel this King of Cups energy to be you, but I feel it to be someone who might be abreast to the situation with this person. They may know more, right? About what's going on, or what does go on, or what will go on behind the scenes to do with this, you know, sneaky frenemy that smiles in your face and has people, you know, going and cozying up to you. But for what purpose, I wonder? Maybe I'll pull a card and maybe get some clarification on that. But this King of Cups is offering you some information that will help you with this person in this situation, whatever ultra specific meaning this has for you guys out there. He's not the type to get intertwined with, you know, gossipy circles and dramas and things like that. He just so happens to have some sort of helpful information for you regarding this person and her little henchman, the upside down cat here on the card. So, wow. That is super specific. I hope this is somewhat helpful, you know, to whoever's, you know, really resonating with this particular storyline, energy line, whatever you want to call it, for Mercury retrograde. That's really specific. I do want to know a little more about this reverse Queen of Wands, because this, you know, I don't know if this is a social situation, like a friend group with, you know, some enemies laced throughout. I don't know if this is a work situation between co-workers or employees and higher ups. I don't know. I can't decipher that. All I can see is the people and the energy in this particular situation. But I'm going to pull one more card. Spirit, can you tell me a little bit more about why with this Queen of Wands? Why is this Queen of Wands in this sneaky energy? What is her purpose? What is her intent? What is her motive? Oh, Jesus. Okay. Your Spirit, one card to clarify the Queen of Wands reversed. Spirit, can you tell us, what is her reason for this? What is her reason for this? Because, yeah, that's kind of messy. And this is someone that you perceive to be a friend. Don't forget that little tidbit. This is someone you perceive to be a friend. And they're not so much. One card, Spirit, to clarify the Queen of Wands in reverse. Okay, Spirit. Oh, we'll see what happens as I keep shuffling. Okay, that's just all of them. But since the moon is the one that was most visible when they all fell, I believe that's our card. The moon card. Let's see. Yeah, you're definitely going to get some wisdom on this situation from whoever this male energy is. And of course, take it how it resonates and apply it to yourself. You know, flip-flop the roles, male, female, how it resonates with you. There's a tension when you're in the presence of whoever this person is. And since I'm reading for the period of the next Mercury retrograde, I feel like this is something that has been, it's kind of brewing. It's crossed your mind. You've questioned this person's actual friendship, loyalty to you, but you maybe second guessed yourself. Wow. And because I can't quite pinpoint whether this is a work environment connection or if this is personal, friends, relationships, what I will say is I said that this is someone that you perceive to be a friend. Let me expand that a little bit. This is someone who you could also potentially perceive that you're on just something as simple as good terms with. Someone that you feel you have a good rapport with. Whatever. Oh, and there's something else that wanted to come out. Let's see, we're going to put this here because this is the energy that I'm focused on right now. So I was just holding the cards in my hand, and I kind of talk with my hands when I'm really channeling in. And the Hermit card flipped right on out. So I'm going to add that in with the moon card for this particular scenario, the energy that creates the scenario as I can see it. This has crossed your mind that this was someone that maybe couldn't be trusted like you thought they could. There have been, a little, maybe, how can I describe this? Say in conversation with this person, because this is someone that you are around on a regular enough basis that the energy comes through this strongly. You've picked up little hints of snark or, little subliminal jabs from this person that are laughed off maybe before. And you had the thought, wait a minute. But you second guessed yourself on that thought. That was your intuition, honey. Don't push that away. Because it was spot on. That inkling that you got off of this person, however many times it's happened, it could have been only once, and you got, that little glimmer of intuition that's alerting you that, ooh, that did not feel right. That did not vibe well with me at all. Don't ever overlook that. That is your intuition basically protecting you, telling you what's up with a person without even, having a lot of information from them, about them, whatever. I feel like this has happened a couple times maybe for someone. These, kind of hee ha ha yet rough encounters with this person. This guy, this masculine energy has been somewhere in the vicinity, not in the background as if watching to spy on the situation, just, he knows what's up. He knows what's up. Maybe from past experience with this person. Maybe he got this person sized up a long time ago and just, avoids them for obvious reasons, because this is not a nice energy. And I feel like this is something, let's see, the way I am seeing this is there's little 4 energetic blocks, but they're behind you. So something maybe 4 months ago. That's the way I'm picking up on it. I don't know if you first met this person 4 months ago, or if that's when you first started noticing, their little jabs at you and they laughed them off. I don't know if that's how long this has been the dynamic between you and this person. But something is going to come to the surface with this situation, whatever this is for you, during Mercury retrograde. And this guy's going to help with some information that apparently he feels you need. And he does give it to you quietly. So that tells me that he's not going to want this person to know that he's spilling a bit of tea to you to help you in whatever on earth that is. God bless you, whoever this is for. Yeah, that's the only thing that I was getting off of the moon card as far as what you can do about it. This is going to help you do something about it. And once these things come to light in this situation, I see you going into hermit mode, because that's the card that just fell on out for us there. I wasn't even looking for another card, but there you go. Another message wanted to be heard. You're going to be illuminated, I just heard. So that's definitely positive. You're going to be illuminated. I would say that it would be in regards to this situation we've been talking about. And I feel the connection between these two cards, because for me, the energy is flowing from corner to corner. It's the same energy. So this masculine energy, take it how it resonates, apply it to you how you need to, is going to help bring you to this illumination in regards to this up here. And you're not going to feel burdened by this. You're not going to have hurt feelings. You're not going to be bitter about it. I just see you kind of shrugging it off. Maybe you're just good with having your initial intuition about this person confirmed for you. Sometimes that is the heaviest weight you could have lifted off of yourself, is to have your, intuitive inklings confirmed in the 3D. That's an amazing feeling, and it can lift a lot of weight, and that's what I see happening here on this Hermit card. The Hermit, for you, I don't get that to be, going to hide away. This is space to yourself that you want. Once you get this illumination, I feel like it's going to lift such a weight off of your shoulders because of maybe how long it's been going on, or how you've been, going back and forth, second guessing yourself when you thought you heard something, saw something, etc. That could cause a blockage for you as well, as far as your self-confidence. And then once that gets eaten away at, it's going to eat away at your self-worth next. It's like a hungry worm monster or something that just goes trailing down the layers of you until it gets to your core. That was a lot of words, but I feel like that's kind of the picture of what's been going on for you with this situation. So I do see you happily taking space after you get this enlightenment on the situation from whoever this person is. So that's something to be grateful for. Someone to help bring you the clarity that you kind of already had, but you maybe doubted on whatever the situation is. So that was a lot more than I expected to pick up on for this particular reading. I'm just going to try and pull one more card just to see. Spirit, can you give some very general guidance to the collective on these very specific situations that you've shown us here for Mercury retrograde? How to survive a Mercury retrograde. Compliments of the divine. Seven of Swords. This particular Mercury retrograde is going to cause a bubbling over of interpersonal conflicts as a whole. That's what I'm getting from this card. So you now have a heads up on these potential events and energies coming your way. Let me see what else I can get off of this. Spirit, can I get some advice from the collective? Because this is, I don't want to leave them with just bad news. And I know you got something for me. Spirit, one more card for the collective on how to survive the next Mercury retrograde. How to survive the next Mercury retrograde. Dear Spirit, please and thank you. How does the collective survive with these energies in the next Mercury retrograde? How does the collective survive these energies in the upcoming Mercury retrograde? Let's see what she says. All right, Spirit, one card on how to survive. How can the collective survive the next Mercury retrograde? With all of this interpersonal rigmarole. Thank you, Spirit. Hangman in reverse. Well, all right, I feel relieved. So we got, in my deck, which is the Herbal Tarot, it's called